fellow Pinkos and comrades. Welcome to Malt Liquor Socialists. I'm your host, Mr. Kieffer. And on this episode, I'm joined by everybody's favorite little cutaway wage monster, Mr. Morgan.
So last night, I got a call at about 10 o'clock from a good friend of mine. She was stuck on the side of I-5 by Quines Creek. I don't know if you know where that is. It's south of Canyonville by a bit. So she just wanted me to go up there, hang out with her, which I did. Make sure that no creepers came out of the woodwork up there because it is right next to Wolf Creek.
Okay.
So I was up there. We were just chatting on the side of the road for 2.5 hours while we waited for a tow truck to come from CJ of all places.
Ew.
Yeah. So I finally got home last night at about 2:30, and I am ragged. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I don't know
Good.
why. I think I had some trouble sleeping last night. We've been turning the AC up in increments.
Oh, yeah. It's getting warmer.
Yeah, but we've been turning it up like, it's like we was a 67 ounce, 68, 69 degrees and such. Make us acclimate to the warmer weather.
Right. Yeah. Great.
And I don't know. I think it just got a little bit too warm for me too quick. I had trouble sleeping last night. And then, of course, 6 in the morning, I'm wide awake.
Oh, weird.
So yeah,
is your wife kind of like mine, where she generates her own heat?
Typically, I'm the one who is the space heater.
You're
in the
the
bed.
Space heater. Okay, yeah.
So, I don't know why, but
weird.
Other than the fact that I didn't get much sleep, I feel fan-fucking-tastic.
I feel great too. I'm running on like 3 hours of sleep right now. So hey,
middle age, it's a hell of a drug.
Fuck, yeah, I guess so.
So,
all right. What fresh hell do we have this week, sir?
Well, in this episode, we are going to focus on the results of the May 2026 primary election.
Excellent.
What we think that means now,
okay,
and what we think that means going forward.
All right.
So, without further ado, let's get into this. The 2026 Oregon preliminaries. Technically, they're over.
Technically,
by the time this episode airs, they better fucking be over.
They better be.
They should have been over like a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
Some of the information we're going to be going off of, just FYI, because the way we record, is a couple of weeks old. Mm-hmm. And the reason I bring that up is because not all of the information, but some of the information we're going to go over is information that, it's largely been decided, but it's still being tallied.
Gotcha.
So if any of this is like, wait, those numbers aren't quite right. Well, that's because between the time we recorded this and the time that this episode aired, there was a little bit more information.
Sure.
But by and large, I don't think the overall results are going to change.
Nah.
Just the numbers that represent them might have been altered.
Instead of, instead of us saying, well, he has, 5,000 votes, it might be 8,000 by the time, this records.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So,
records, drops, whatever.
Drops. Tomato to dildo.
Great. Let's start.
Yeah. Now, the up-and-coming general election has national consequences with the midterms, but it also has local consequences with our Josephine County elections. We're going to start with the state-level elections and work our way down the ladder.
Okay.
So,
fair enough.
Right up at the top, for the seat of Oregon governor, November is going to be a race between Tina Kotek for the Democratic Party and Christine Drazan.
Great.
I'm probably butchering her name.
Great.
For the Republican Party.
Great.
So look, this is pretty much a repeat of the 2022.
It is a repeat.
it is. There's just minus the third party candidate.
Oh, there's no third party this time.
There very well might be by the time we get to it. But the last election, there was a third party candidate. And the reason I bring this up right now is because the last time that race happened, and Tina Kotek won by like 60,000 votes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, Drazan, she commented, well, if that third party candidate wasn't in there, they just siphoned votes off of me and I would have won. And it's like, that's a very strong possibility.
Sure.
Who the fuck knows? It could have, because I didnn't bother. It was an independent, and I didn't bother to check to see which way they swung. So maybe they did.
Well, I thought that person was trying to play both sides, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, so they probably stole votes from both sides.
From both sides, yeah.
So who knows? If it happens again, then Drazan will probably have another excuse to go, oh my God, that third party cost me election. If they don't,
yeah,
maybe maybe Drizan could win with or without a third party in there. I'm hoping she doesn't.
No.
But here's the thing. We're going to go over some information pertaining to Drizan that is readily available on Wikipedia, because when last I checked, again, more than a week prior to this episode airing, she hadn't really stated or started a web page for her gubernatorial run yet. So based on Wikipedia, Drizan has opposed emissions trading legislation in 2020. She supported the usage of independent redistricting commissions for redrawing districts.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Opposed COVID-19 vaccination mandates.
Cool.
So I'm not going to say that she's an anti-vaxxer. I'm just going to say that she placates to anti-vaxxers. Opposed to allowing transgendered athletes to participate in gender-specific sporting events. So... the naked wiener jogathon thing, whatever, where you have to have a dick to participate. I don't know what sporting events are not. The only way a sporting event is gender specific is if people go, okay, this is only for boys, or it's only for girls. And oddly enough, I'm very certain that Drizan here does not give a wet fart. No. If it's a girl trying to play in a boy's sport. Yeah. Because that's stepping up to being a man. But if you go, from a man's sport or a boy's sport to a girl's sport, well, that's stepping down for it's very weird. Yeah. It's also, what's the term? A fucking non-issue. Right. So, hooray. Yep. Let's see. We've got, apparently... She was opposed to claims that Trump won the 2020 elections. So she was not an election denier in 2020. Okay. So that's a positive. I don't think it's a huge positive.
Out of a sea of negatives.
Yeah, this is barely clearing the bar.
That's not a policy. That's nothing to make government work better. That's just a fucking thought.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, this is something where I think the first time she was put in this office position, I should have made a note of this in my script here, and I did not. But if I recall correctly, it sounds like the person she was replacing, she wasn't voted in, to my knowledge. She was appointed in by the person who left, and the person who left to be on Trump's cabinet, and then put her in. Now, that's what I recall from Wikipedia. Okay. From last night. I could be wrong. And again, last night prior to our recording, not the airing of this episode. Sure. Get it right, Mr. Morgan.
Sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm tired.
I mean, you haven't done anything wrong. I'm just being a dick.
Well,
so whatever. Let's see. Now, she received a lifetime score of 20% from the Oregon League of Conservation Voters. So basically people who are like, hey, we want to do things like selective cutting and replanting. We want to do things like preserve the environment. Oregon's a beautiful place. Tourism's a good way to get people and money here.
Rate the land.
Yeah, pretty much. You got a 20% rating from them.
Cool.
She was endorsed by Oregon Right to Life during the 2022 gubernatorial election. Yay. Right to, how we feel about those forced birther fucks. She opposed Measure 114, the one that was the measure for the Reduction of Gun Violence Act in Oregon. Totally opposed that. She has received an A rating from the NRA Political Victory Fund.
Of course she has.
So, the NRA, which back in the 70s and shit used to actually be about gun safety and, not necessarily like, oh, we're pro-gun regulation, but they weren't anti-gun regulation. Right. They were reasonable. Yep. As opposed to what we have today, which is just an extension of gun lobbyists. And if they could make it so that every person had to buy a gun, oh, they'd be for it.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
No, a lot of this stuff... If you take the politics away from it, like, hey, let's remove everything. Let's just say the sentence, I think gun violence is bad. Okay. I think you would have a vast majority, nigh 100% of the people that you say that to would be like, yes, we should, okay, 98, 95, whatever. Yeah. I'm saying if you remove if there was no politics and you say gun violence is bad, I'm sure nearly 100% of people would say, absolutely, it is bad. Yeah. The problem is with the politics, you say gun violence is bad, and those fucks are like, well, you want to take away guns, right? And it's like, no, I don't want to take away guns. I just want to make it harder. You know, I want to make it so there are things you have to do that prove that you are a responsible gun owner.
See, making it harder is not necessarily correct.
Correct. I know.
Yeah, and it's a weird thing to try to phrase.
Yeah.
Basically, what you're trying to say is, I don't think it would be a bad idea if we had more regulations to keep guns out of the hands of people who should not have guns.
There you go.
And where that becomes a problem is it slows down the availability of guns to people who, aren't the people who shouldn't have guns.
Right.
And then you have people who technically they shouldn't not have guns. Yay, double negatives. But they don't want to have to be inconvenienced to wait a little bit longer.
The inconvenience of it all.
I know. So that's like, oh my gosh, you mean in order to get my firearm, I might need to wait a few days or maybe a week for the paperwork, for the bureaucracy to go through and go, okay, hold on, let's see, mental history, no illness there, history of violent crime, no, nothing there. And I am not opposed to that shit for literally any and all forms of purchasing firearms.
Yeah.
Not just like, oh yes, I went to the gun store. If you are doing a goddamn public trade, I think that, I'm selling this on Craigslist. Cool. You're going to buy it? Let's take this information. We're going to go over to the county courthouse right now. We're going to take the gun. The gun's going to stay here while this gets taken care of. The money's going to stay here while this gets taken care of.
Yeah.
They're going to do the background check on you. And if it doesn't go through, the money's back to you.
Yeah.
The guy who wanted to buy the gun comes back to me. Fuck you. You don't get the gun because apparently you're a danger.
Yes.
And if you, bypass that, what's the term? Criminal.
Yeah.
Criminal allegations.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't think that's unreasonable.
No, I don't think so either.
And the best part about this is you get all these people who go, oh my God, but if you do that, then the government's going to have a record of what guns you have. One, it's really not the, oh my God, horror that you think it is. But two, that doesn't necessarily mean the government's going to have a record of what guns you have. The government can do that.
Yeah.
Basically do a background check on you. And then maybe you decide, nah, I don't want the gun.
Also,
they don't have to keep track of who has the gun.
They're worried about the government keeping tabs on them. But if something were to happen in this country, what you're going to take your 45 caliber handgun against a fucking squad of people? Like, go fuck yourself.
Well, it is ridiculous. The whole idea of, no, we are going to where we have our firearms so that we can fight the government if the government ever becomes tyrannical. First off, the government's kind of becoming tyrannical, and Jesus Christ, you are dropping the fucking ball. Second, as Mr. Morgan's pointing out, if you have yourself your 45 caliber pistol or your AR-15 or whatever fuck it is you have, you might be able to, like you and your friends might be able to go, okay, well, the oppressive government's coming in with their troops. We're going to fend them off. Hooray.
Yeah.
And then they're going to send in the goddamn drones.
Yeah.
If it's really an issue, they're not going to go, okay, hold on, keep sending wave upon wave of troops with just standard body armor and firearms, no heavy artillery or anything. It's like, no, they're going to go, okay, what's going to be the cheapest? Is it going to be drones, or should we just shell them from like a quarter mile away?
Drones.
Yeah, it's like, we're just going to send drones. There's going to be some high-end explosives on that, and your house is going to go boom.
Yeah.
And you will, it's like, oh, you won't have nary a challenge to that. It's going to be insane because you are an average person.
Right.
Hooray. Now that we're done with that fun topic,
yes,
back
let's
to
keep
politics.
Going. Great.
Okay. So, let's see. Honestly, though, when it comes to Drazan, was it? Oh, good Lord. Was it Drazan? It is, yes, Drazan. That name still weirds me out.
I thought it was Drazen, but whatever.
Might be Drazen. I don't know. I'm probably mispronouncing it. At this point, if I am,
oh well.
I don't care. So, but I can honestly think of worse Republicans to potentially win the governor's seat in Oregon.
Well,
but this is still pretty close to the bottom of the fucking barrel.
Yeah.
There were, I'm bringing this up only because I recall on Facebook, I saw people who were getting into arguments about the election and the preliminaries.
Right.
And they're just sitting there like going, Tina's going to get ousted. And their argument for it was, well, look how many Democrats voted and how many Republicans voted. You had more Republicans vote for their governor than Democrats. So for fun,
Yes.
there were 417,159 Democratic voters in this primary election, with an 85% estimate reporting as of May 22nd. So of all the Democrat voters that can vote and ballots, they tallied up 85%.
Yeah.
About. And 394,069 Republican voters, with a 95% estimated reporting as the same date. Now, as I pointed out, I am an English major,
Sure.
but I think I understand which number is bigger than the other. And the Democrats right now, voters wise, they are pushing out, they're getting a lot more voters in the primary. So this whole thing I've seen occasionally going, we're going to oust Tina because we got more voters this time. It's like, I get that math is hard, but dude, I don't think you passed math.
Well, and they're going to be the same people that, if Tina wins, they're going to be like, well, it had to be fraud. And it's like,
Fraud,
well, we had the math fucking months ago.
Well, it's like it's either going to be fraud or it's like, well, it was mail-in voting. If you got rid of the mail-in ballots, we would win. It's like, no,
I don't think so.
no, it's not going to happen. Now, next is the Oregon Senate.
Okay.
Jeff Merkley is going to be defending his position from Republican David Brock Smith.
Okay.
So David Brock Smith, also to my knowledge, as of this recording, does not have a web page for his current run for the Senate position. And he does. He does. I'm special.
Oh.
We're going to take a look at that website, Mr. Morgan.
Oh, God.
I know. So mostly what I'm looking at right here is the issues.
Okay.
I don't give a shit about it because there's home. There's Meet David. Look, here's David. There's a picture. We've got all this exposition.
Oh, gosh.
There's a picture of David. He's walking down a dirt road and it looks like Eastern Oregon with somebody he's talking to.
Okay.
We've got another picture of him in a food line
look at
doing
that.
things.
Feeding people.
Feeding people. He's a humanitarian.
Oh, okay.
Let's get to fucking issues.
Yes, let's go to the issues.
So keep in mind, this stuff is filtered for, political purposes.
Sure.
So David on the issues. Number 1, putting Oregon first. For too long, many Oregonians feel their local and federal elected leaders are out of touch and only focused on their far left base.
Oh, fuck. Oh, okay.
Okay, I know. Leaving so many of us in Oregon feeling forgotten. Doesn't actually do that. I just wanted to echo it.
Okay.
Oregon deserves leadership that puts families, communities, and local jobs first. You deserve a voice in Washington that is actually advocating for solutions, not just trying to grab headlines and sound bites.
Are we?
Well, I mean, yeah. So first, one of the things that gets me here is he's running against Merkley.
Yeah.
Merkley has routinely done city halls across his district.
Town halls,
city halls, tomato
Yeah.
to dildo.
Okay.
But also you're right, town halls. But he's done town halls all across his district.
Okay.
He openly encourages people to come, even if they're not supporters of him.
Sure.
He wants feedback. He gives good responses to that feedback. It's not a matter of, well, I feel like I'm being attacked here. Fuck it, I'm quitting.
Yeah.
That's Bence.
Yeah, sure is.
That's the Republican. So when we get this, it's like feeling forgotten. By what fucking measure?
Yeah.
Like, again, Merkley comes out regularly to these areas to get, to feel the pulse of what's going on. Okay. Next one on here. And this, okay. So
What? Oh,
it does this weird thing where it's like it's a lightish pink. It's red and white for these.
Okay.
And it's lightish pink, which is
until you scroll up to it, then it's deep red.
Yes.
Jesus God. Okay.
Next, making Oregon affordable.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oregon families are being priced out of their own state, and businesses are moving across state lines.
Fuck off.
We need common sense solutions that incentivize
I got a
job
fucking
growth
common sense solution for you, motherfucker.
in our communities, help make homes more affordable, and bring back the American dream for Oregonians. That means no new taxes.
Oh, fuck you.
More support for local businesses, which if you don't have fucking taxes to,
Yeah.
help support them with funds and shit, I don't know where that's coming from. Sorry. Eliminate fraud and reduce unnecessary government spending. So, Mr. Morgan, thoughts?
This guy can fuck all the way off for number one.
Okay, fair.
Number two, okay, where are we going to get the fucking money from? How about we tax the billionaires that are in this state that are trying to leave only because they can make more money? I think we've made it absolutely fucking clear that those billionaires in this state made their fucking billions here under the quote unquote oppressive tax regime. How the fuck did they become billionaires then, motherfucker?
Gasp, shock, and awe.
Yeah. Fuck off. No, fucking tax those dirty fucks. Then you'll bring money back into this fucking state.
No, I agree. And again, common sense solutions that incentivize job growth in our communities. It's like, great. Make homes more affordable. What he's talking about there are regulations for pricing. And it's very interesting because it's not a Republican thing, but it kind of is when they don't talk about it like that way. Okay. Third on here.
Oh, God.
Addressing crime and public safety.
Oh, my pearls.
Our law enforcement officers are our friends, neighbors, and the blue line that serves to protect us all.
Licking that boot.
Rising crime is threatening the safety of Oregon communities and our families.
Fuck you.
I support law enforcement, accountability for repeat offenders, and restoring consequences that keep our kids and communities safe. And I'm just going to put this in because I know he didn't say this, but I just love this line. And he supports them because he's never been arrested.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Since Chad is a very much a Republican in this. Republicans get to own that, even if they don't know who he is.
Even if they don't know.
This guy is,
Yeah.
This is basically thin blue line bullshit. I'm very look. Law enforcement is necessary.
Put everybody in prison. Just put them in prison.
Yeah.
Okay, how are we going to fund the prisons if we don't have fucking taxes and everything, motherfucker?
Well, I mean, at that point, they just become forced labor camps.
Oh, yeah, and then we'll just put ovens in.
Okay.
To bake bread.
Next up, there's only like 2 more of these. Next up, ending the homelessness crisis.
Put them in prison.
House them the most expensive way possible, as I believe Matt Spurlock has said on our show.
Yeah.
So Oregon continues to shell out millions of dollars in their attempt to address the homelessness crisis, only for the homeless populations to have increased in Portland and across Oregon. Our once beautiful city of roses continues to be a national headline of despair.
You didn't like Portland even before this started. Fuck off.
No. A lot of these people always thought Portland was this bastion of liberal bullshit, and they hated it. Now, continuing with businesses and families shutting down and leaving, we need drug and mental health treatment that works, which costs fucking money.
Where are you going to get the money, motherfucker?
And I have and will continue to fight for treatment and accountability, as well as an end to permanent street camping. Period. Okay. We need strong elected leaders, masculine leaders, who will represent the homeowners and business owners of the city of Portland and across Oregon, not the radical activists who have aided in this decline, brought generational homelessness, and shown no accountability with their far left agenda.
Okay, first of all, motherfucker, you said nothing in that whole fucking paragraph about how to solve it.
Nope.
Not one goddamn thing. Not one sentence. In the fucking addressing crime and public safety, that fucking thing is 2 sentences long. This motherfucking thing is a whole goddamn paragraph, and you said nothing about how to solve it.
Oh yeah, no. He addresses what he is assuming are underlying issues, and what he assumes his voters are assuming are underlying issues. And for many homeless people, that might be the case. But that doesn't deal with the fact that they're still homeless.
Right.
By dealing with the crime issue, by dealing with the drug issue, the mental health issue, that doesn't put them in housing.
No.
And if you are a person dealing with drug issues or mental health issues, you know what makes it much easier to recover from those and to get back into like good standing? Having fucking housing.
Yeah, having a stable house to come to.
Yeah, because it's like literally there have been studies across the country. There have been studies internationally that show if you can deal with the homelessness issue first, like, okay, we're going to house you. You're showing to people that, okay, they have a safe, secure place. They have a place where they can relax, where they can decompress, where they can deal with trauma of, okay, I'm going through withdrawals. Okay. If I'm out on the street and I'm stressing out, I am much more likely as a druggie to go back to using. Whereas if I am in a place where it might be housing that's provided because it's low barrier shelter, whatever, but it's a place where it's like, I can be there. I can feel safer, more secure. I am much more likely to not relapse into drugs. Same with mental health. If you have people who have mental health issues because, you know, Reagan did wonderful things with mental health stuff. Then if you don't have stable housing, you are far less likely to be able to recover from that or to get the help you need.
Right.
Okay.
And how are we going to pay for it? What are you going to do? You're going to tax... You're not going to tax people. You're not going to. You're going to cut taxes for the billionaires.
Well, Mr. Morgan, don't you know, in a capitalistic society, money flows freely because the billionaire class makes money and, you know, obviously disperses the wealth. That's why they're billionaires.
Obviously.
And money grows on trees.
True.
Because literally it's paper.
Yeah.
So, last one here that he has: wildfire prevention policy. Catastrophic wildfires are ever increasing in Oregon and across the western states.
I wonder why.
Global warming, climate change.
We can't. It can't be that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I have and will continue to lead the state to address the desperate need for active forest management, fuel reduction, and working with landowners to better protect homes and communities. So a couple things I see with this. First, he's not actually providing, or at least he hasn't yet. Let me read through this actually finally before I can comment because I don't want to say it's like he's not doing this and it turns out, oh shit, I should have read ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
These basic actions we continue to fight for will result in growing good rural jobs, locally sourced timber for housing production and manufacturing, and provide for healthier, safer communities. As your United States Senator, I will always fight to make sure federal regulations prioritize the needs and safety of the people who actually live here in Oregon and not political extremists. Okay, so he didn't address it.
All right.
You look like you have something to say, but I want to get through this first.
Go ahead.
So first off, active forest management, fuel reduction. And you know what he doesn't do? He doesn't actually detail what that strategy is.
That's why I'm sitting over here huffing and puffing.
So this could be, for all we fucking know, this could be clear cutting.
Yeah.
Which, guess what? That's not active forest management.
I really hate that our forests are burning down. What if we just didn't have forests?
I mean, then you can't burn what you don't have.
Yeah.
And here's the other part. And working with landowners to better protect their homes and communities. You know what that sounds like? That sounds like helping them regulate their property. And you know what the fucking maggots around here are very notorious for? Not wanting that.
Yeah.
So it sounds good and dandy, except in practice, it's not going to work the way he's thinking.
Nope.
And then again, the reason I'm thinking it's like rural jobs, locally sourced timber, it's like that's making me think, again, we need to, in my opinion, we need to harvest timber.
Okay.
Logging, it's something we should do around here. It's a great natural resource. It's renewable if done right.
If done right.
Exactly.
Yep.
Nothing on here has made me think that he's talking about doing this right. He's using buzzwords without providing any details. So who knows? Maybe he wants selective cutting. Maybe he wants to do all this stuff. I doubt it.
I doubt it because they're just, and you know, maybe he's not, but in my mind, I just see them always for the CEO class. You know, like, yeah, no, we should totally cut down tree, you know, and we should create these jobs so that people who own the land can only get richer and benefit from it.
Yeah.
That's all I ever fucking see.
Yeah. Okay. Now, next up is Oregon Congressional District 2. Cliff Bentz, despite being a contemptible ferret, received 77% of the Republican votes.
Oh, God.
Bentz will be facing off against Chris Beck.
Okay.
Now, since Bentz is very well known as a contemptible ferret,
sure,
I'm not going to look into his shit. We're going to look into Chris Beck's political website.
I like this, you know, a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B going on. Cool.
Okay. So we're going to get into issues. Again, I'm mainly focusing on the issue stuff, like the about and whatnot.
Sure.
I just want to do the about because I want to see what Chris looks like, and he's kind of an, you know,
okay.
He looks like a guy.
He looks like a dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
He looks like a dude dressed as a dude,
looks like
disguised as another dude. Yeah,
Oh,
he looks like a guy.
Okay. Yeah.
So
cool. All right. Where is he at?
So we're going to get into the issues in a moment. He has a preface on this that I want to read.
Let's do it
because it's part of the issues page.
Sure.
I'm not delaying this.
Read the fucking thing, John.
Jesus Christ. Okay. It's no secret that we live in an era dominated by an extraordinary wealth gap separating a small group of American family dynasties and corporations from those of us who make up 99% of the U.S. population.
Ding, 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 ding.
Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Shit. It's the root cause of so many issues that plague our society, from health disparities to the scarcity of living wage jobs. Again, he's ringing the right bells here.
Okay.
When once we were a nation teeming with opportunities for hardworking people of all ages, the American dream of my parents' generation has all but vanished. Additionally, we have had a moral obligation to do everything we can to support young families as well as the elderly, especially those struggling to make ends meet. It's time for Congress to reclaim its rightful authority and serve the needs of all, because that one's in bold, Americans. Okay, so first one here. Quality healthcare is a human right.
Oh, I'm on board.
Okay. Health disparities in Oregon are vividly aligned not only with disparities in wealth and education, but with geography as well. Hospital cutbacks and the closing of community clinics are making it harder and harder for people in rural areas to find even basic wellness care, not to mention reliable emergency services. The current administration, with the blind support of our Congress, has made matters worse with drastic cuts to Medicaid and no plan for comprehensive health care reform. This reckless action has jeopardized access to health care for the most vulnerable among us. Mm-hmm. I will find allies in Congress from both parties who want to reform healthcare and stabilize rural health services, phasing an affordable public option for all people in Oregon similar to the Oregon Health Plan is doable and long overdue. Thanks to Governor John Kitzhaber? Sounds German. Sorry, just all those things. Kitzhaber. So, and legislators like my friend, the late Senator Alan Bates, Oregon pioneered a transformative healthcare system that provides basic services while controlling costs, and we should do the same at the national level. Some ideas that can strengthen our rural healthcare landscape include phasing in an affordable public care option for all Americans covering the most essential preventative services and treatments. Using the Farm Bill to promote healthy food options and reallocate government subsidies to prioritize affordability and variety. Incentivizing doctors and nurses to live and practice in rural areas and better support the network of existing community clinics across rural Oregon.
Imagine that. He actually states a plan.
Yeah, like
weird.
Now, granted, this is not like every single fine blueprint, but
no,
yeah,
I know.
It's a plan. It's a scaffold here.
Yeah, exactly.
Go figure.
Weird.
Now, something else I want to pull up because this is something I have seen online that's counter to this. You know, like healthcare is a human right, or quality healthcare is a human right. I have seen a fair number of people on very MAGA-leaning Facebook pages.
Oh, great.
One is like Save Washington because apparently Washington needs to be saved from the progressives.
The terror.
I know. And you get a lot of it going like these posts like healthcare is a human right, or is like somebody else's labor is not your right.
Oh my
it's
God.
Like, okay, fine. Let's go with that. If you get arrested, you have the right to a what? You have a right to a what, Mr. Morgan?
A right to a lawyer.
An attorney, yes.
Attorney.
Now, is an attorney somebody else's fucking labor?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the fact that we have right there, it's like you don't have a right to somebody else's labor. The fuck you don't.
The fuck you don't.
And that's not to say that, it's like you deserve the right to everyone's labor.
Uh-huh.
But there are things where it's like, if, universal health care, that makes, healthcare, that's a right at that point.
Yeah. And look, even with that, without that argument, okay, my whole argument is we're the richest country in the history of fucking forever. Okay.
Yep.
We can just come up with $200 billion for the Pentagon like it's fucking nothing.
Yep.
We can come up with money for a fucking war that fucking wrecked our economy and our gas prices and
all around the world
and fucked over our citizens here at home just because we can. Okay.
Yeah.
So fuck these people's argument. Okay. I don't give a shit. All right. We can find the money. It's not a question of, how are we going to find it? Where's it going to? No, we fucking have it.
Yeah.
Okay. If you can just fucking come up with $200 billion just fucking out of your ass sitting in the Oval Office, you can just do that for healthcare.
Yeah.
So fuck your argument. Fuck you. Everybody deserves healthcare, even you fucks. So let's just fucking do it. I don't see how fucking hard this is.
I mean, it is and it's not.
It's not.
It's not. So, all right, next issue.
Okay.
We must build more housing. It's that simple. That's literally the title. It's that simple.
Yeah.
So, the free market alone has never led to more affordable housing. It takes public assistance and incentives. It always has. Low-cost housing should be folded into our existing Main Street neighborhoods, not scattered into the outer fringes on our farms and forest resource lands. Some of my ideas include, are you ready? Because here's a list of more plans.
Whoa, okay.
Adjusting excessive tax breaks on vacation and luxury and funneling these savings into programs that provide low interest financing for first-time rural home buyers. Reforming and leveraging federal housing programs such as the USDA's Community Facilities Program and Rural Housing Services to 1. Restore and support public service buildings, and 2. Prioritize favorable lending terms for homes on and near our small town Main Street districts. And on to the final point, empowering land grant universities or any public university to fund senior housing facilities on or near campuses for low and moderate income seniors, staffed by trained professionals and students. Let's pilot it at Eastern Oregon University or Southern Oregon University and at one of our community college campuses.
Yeah.
So again, that's like plans. Go figure.
Weird.
It's crazy. Okay. Next one on here. We must uplift our agriculture and natural resource economy. The careless and haphazard trade tariffs imposed by President Trump. I love that he's not, it's like, there's not cutting out here. It's like, no, this is this asshole's thing.
Uh-huh.
Not to mention masked ICE agents targeting our nation's migrant communities have hit rural economies hard. Whether it's the loss of wheat and fruit markets abroad or the absence of workers and their families who've gone into hiding, the damage won't be undone quickly. In addition to repealing the tariffs and seeking a sensible bipartisan approach to legal immigration, I would put forward ideas that refocus federal programs. And guess what he has again? Ideas. Establish teams of young and mid-career professional workers in all rural county seats devoted to 1. Regenerating our working lands and streams, 2. 2, aiding in the health and dignity of our senior populations, and 3, helping children read by the 3rd grade. These team members would become vital residents, household providers, consumers, and family builders in our towns. On to the next point. Support and preserve our working lands, farms, ranches, and forests for economic use for generations to come. One way to do this is to expand proven federal programs such as the Agricultural Conservation and Easement Program, ACEP, and the Land and Water Conservation Fund, LWCF. And the final point on this: bolster the USDA's Beginning Farmer and Rancher program to help young people launch careers in farming, forestry, and ranching. We need the government to finance more farmland purchases and more training via land grants, institutions, and community colleges. So again, we're talking about investing in young people, about getting them to do these jobs.
Yeah.
So,
And we have the fucking money.
we do. I don't know from where, because, if you can pull $200 billion from nowhere, I don't know where it comes from. But here's the best part.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit
I
at
don't
this
care.
point. You can do it.
You can do it.
So,
You can do it, so make everybody's life better.
indeed. Now, this is also part of the same, I think, part of the same point, because he's got little separations here.
Okay.
So we've got another point that kind of folds into this last one.
Okay.
The arts drive our rural economies in ways that are too often underappreciated. The Trump administration has eviscerated our federal cultural programs and partnerships with local arts and cultural providers. Our congressman, however, has said nothing and seems to not even care about the slowing of our state's artistic heartbeat. The people of rural Oregon love art and culture activities. The singular and nationally recognized Shakespeare Festival in Ashland has nearly the nearby Brit in Jacksonville, the Pendleton Roundup, the Chief Joseph Day Rodeo, the Nez Perce Tamkakilis
Sure.
gathering in Walla Walla, the Bluegrass Festival in Fossil, all treasures that date back generations, simple street murals, and the arts programs in our public schools supported by dedicated teachers who inspire our kids. These two help define rural Oregon culture and enhance our lives. While working for the Obama administration, I represented the USDA as a part of the National Philanthropy Consortium aimed at supporting local art investments and advocating for rural communities every chance I got. I was championed for the arts when I served in the Oregon legislature and will do the same in Congress. Here's 2 ideas I've had for a while. Again, ideas.
He's an idea guy.
I know. Help the National Park Service think big and fund 2 beautiful and iconic new lodges at Crater Lake and the Oregon Caves, constructed by local workers and infused with local artists and traditions. Think Timberline Lodge for the 21st century. Now, the one at Crater Lake, I don't know how much that needs to be redone, but I wouldn't be opposed to it. The one over, though, for the Oregon Caves absolutely does. And that would be fantastic. And can you imagine the kind of jobs and shit that would bring to Cave Junction?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a fan of Cave Junction, but they could use that economic stimulus.
Uh-huh.
The next one here. Establish a new federal program enabling land-grant universities as designed by the USDA to establish a network of live-work spaces for artists on rural main streets throughout Oregon.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
And the last thing he has on here, it's not necessarily, I don't think this is part of his policies. It's just vote by mail can and should be a nationwide standard for all.
Should be.
I don't fucking disagree.
I don't disagree either.
In 1998, Oregon became the first state to allow everybody to vote using mail-in ballots. The current administration is aggressively trying to not only make it harder for people to vote, especially young people and communities of color, but also to gaslight us into thinking our elections are rigged and the mail-in voting is rife with fraud. We in Oregon know that's a lie. It's time to end this charade. In Congress, I would propose legislation to make universal vote by mail national standard.
Yep.
And here's the thing, too. If for some reason you are an utter masochist and you are some maggot dipshit who listens to our podcast and you've gotten this far, if you think that mail-in voting is full of fraud, you are either a liar or a fucking Goomba. You know damn well that mail-in voting is not rife with voter fraud.
Right.
You're just pulling shit out of your own ass because you view it as an excuse of, well, this is why I never win.
Fucking Juncker posted a picture before the election of him holding 5 ballots that were all from his family going, taking these down to the mailbox. Like, fuck off. Give me a fucking break. If you thought this was full of fraud, you wouldn't be posting that fucking shit on your personal pages.
No. And I mean, hell, Trump still votes in Florida with, wait for it, mail-in fucking ballots. If this was a big issue, if he was concerned about fraud, that somebody's going to like intercept his ballot and fuck with it, he's rich enough, he'd fly down to Florida and go to a fucking voting poll.
Yep.
So, no, the horror.
Oh, no.
Okay. Next up, we have State Representative 3rd District, and it's going to be Dwayne Juncker defending his position from Susan Fisher Mackey.
Okay.
We're going to compare both these pages.
Okay.
So, pull that up. So, priorities, I guess, is what she's doing instead of the other one. And let's pull up Dwayne's. Yeah, Dwayne, you're a dick.
Dwayne.
You're a fucking chode. Okay. So Dwayne Juncker's page, just for anybody who, doesn't want to look at this, I don't necessarily off the cuff see his priorities or, his issues.
No.
It's just Dwayne Juncker, state representative. And then we have Photoshop of Dwayne. In a suit and tie, he's wearing the, like the Republican red tie, the blue suit. He's smiling like a fucking jerk off. And he's in front of what looks like a portion of maybe the Rogue River or some portion of a river. And in the background, the sky is replaced with the waving stripes of the American flag.
Truly patriotic.
Then it's Who is Dwayne Juncker? And we have a video of Dwayne Juncker.
Here's a YouTube video.
Do we want to try watching this?
Fuck, not really.
Okay, then we won't.
Okay.
I don't think it's anything really important. Record of conservative excellence and liberty. I guess this is what he has instead of issues.
All right.
So conservative political action conference rating. Wait.
Oh my God.
This isn't even shit he's done. This is shit where it's like, this is CPAC and a Republican Liberty Caucus basically saying, hey, you toe the line enough with us.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter that you've done shit. So apparently from CPAC, he has a 92% conservative excellence rating.
Wow.
And from the Republican Liberty Caucus, a 90%
for these
restoring liberty.
For these fucking assholes that say that they don't want like a social credit score, they have a fucking social credit score for their own goddamn party. Go fuck all of you. Fuck you. Every accusation is a goddamn confession.
Yeah, no, it's this cracks me up. Okay, so then he has something titled "A Historic Win for Taxpayers"
that he fucking didn't vote for.
Well, I'm assuming that's what's talking about.
Let's do it. Let's figure this out.
I'll read this one for fun.
Do it.
As a Republican leader with the Oregon Freedom Coalition, I helped the most successful taxpayer referendum effort in Oregon history. Hold on, Mr. Morgan.
Okay,
Deep breath.
Keep going. Keep going.
Our leadership team organized, mobilized, and inspired thousands of volunteers to collect more than 250,000 signatures, stopping a major tax hike before it could take effect. This victory proved that disciplined conservative leadership can stand up to Salem insiders and protect Oregon families from higher. I think this is basically about the gas tax when they originally were pushing it through, and they basically did the ballot.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, they did the the petition to get on the ballot rather than just having go through it. Whoop-de fucking do.
Yeah, whoop-de shit.
Next up, we have values. And by the way, each of these pictures, none of these, I'm assuming in the video that we're not going to watch, we'd see him not with the Photoshop background.
Yeah.
But each of these things is severely Photoshopped.
Oh, yeah.
So he's either got a flag in the background or it's like it's him always smiling with his hips. The guy's always smiling like this same I have drain damage from eating lead paint chips smile.
Got to put my hands on my hips and thrust it out.
Okay, so next one, values.
Okay.
I'm going to not scroll down further because I want to get to that later.
Oh, God. Okay.
I am grounded in the belief that an overreaching government stifles personal freedom and hinders individual progress. I remain committed to the principle that individuals are best equipped to make decisions about their own lives and well-being. My deep appreciation for history continues to inform my constitutional approach to legislation. First off, I think that his deep appreciation of history is about as shallow as a toddler's pool. And again, values. This doesn't really tell us jack diddly piss about his values.
That's nothing about values.
No, this is him basically just giving this is an introduction to my values. That's it.
Yeah, that's all.
I have values, apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell you what they are.
I got a 92% rating.
Yeah. Hooray.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the next thing he has on here, a painting, a digital, I don't know if it's AI art or if it's whatever.
What the fuck?
But it looks like it's like the founding fathers who you know how the picture of the Last Supper has like everybody on one side of the table facing, you know, it's like this, but it's like for the founding fathers. And it looks like they're arguing shit, like they're debating, I guess, for whatever it is that they are contemplating. It's stupid.
That's stupid.
It is. Now, getting into values. Now we actually have values.
Oh, whoa. We got stuff.
I know.
Okay. All right.
So, individual rights and the Second Amendment. I believe individual rights are the cornerstone of a free society, and none are more essential to preserving those freedoms than the Second Amendment.
What about the fucking first? What about freedom of speech, motherfucker?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
guns.
Guns. I'm presuming what he's trying to get is, well, the Second Amendment defends the first. Like, well, then why don't you make the Second Amendment the first fucking amendment? So, the right and keep to bear arms is not a privilege. Is it a fundamental safeguard against tyranny and government overreach? And if Dwayne Yunker knew jack diddly fuck about history, he'd also know that the Second Amendment was strictly applied to people who were in a well-regulated militia.
Yeah.
If you were not part of a well-regulated militia, you didn't actually have a right to firearms. The government didn't really give a shit, and you could typically own firearms. But if something happened, the government's like, okay, yeah, no, your guns, you don't get those. If you were part of a well-regulated militia, fuck off.
Yeah.
You didn't get shit. So, you know, but this is Dwayne, obviously.
Yeah. No, they don't give a shit.
Yeah. So, continuing. A well-armed citizenry is a powerful check on those who would erode liberty, as apparently the current administration shows that is a lie.
Yeah.
And it embodies the principles of self-reliance, personal responsibility, and the protection of life and property. I'm not sure how the Second Amendment necessarily embodies the principles of self-reliance and personal responsibility. You get some people who do some pretty atrocious things with guns.
Didn't Dwayne get a gun pulled on him down in Cave Junction?
Apparently, yeah. And because, again, the law enforcement there is so shitty because, you know,
wasn't he complaining about that?
Yeah, but fortunately he had his own gun and he was able to de-escalate it somehow because,
yeah, weird.
Go figure. And the protection of life and property. The Second Amendment ensures that power remains balanced between the people and the state, exactly as our founders intended. And just as a point that we made earlier, dude, if the government really wants to come after you, you having guns is going to mean jack shit.
It means jack shit.
You are going to die. It's that plain and simple.
From that tyrannical government.
You know what has a much better chance of, protecting, ensuring that power remains balanced between the people and the state? Fucking voting.
Yep.
So go figure. Next up, education and our future.
Oh, God.
Children are our greatest asset, and their education is key to securing a strong future for our communities and our country. That's why my family and I are deeply committed to education. The way he speaks, you wouldn't fucking know it. My wife teaches 5th grade. I'm assuming in the county schools. My son serves as a school counselor. Good for him. And his wife teaches 1st grade. We live this every day. I don't think Dwayne actually knows what his family members actually do in education.
Okay.
I believe education must be rooted in choice, accountability, and the values of the family it serves. So basically what he's saying here is I advocate for school choice, basically using vouchers to send kids to private schools. In all honesty, I wouldn't actually be surprised if his family teaches in private or charter schools. Now, I will champion local control, parental rights, and full transparency in public education while also recognizing the vital role private and alternative
Jesus Christ.
and alternative schools play in driving student achievement. God damn it.
So if you're rich,
Yeah.
you have a great education, but those fucking poors, fuck them.
Yeah, well, and the thing too is, I'm sorry, private alternative schools generally aren't very well run.
Right,
They don't do a great job in general. And again, I'm very certain, like reading this again, I don't know for certain, but reading this, I would suspect that, all his people in his family who work in education, work in private or charter schools, where, like, what was it? God damn it. It was Logos.
Oh, yeah.
There were a few years ago, there were issues with Logos, like to get their scores up with students. What they would do when it came to state testing is all of a sudden their rosters would drop a lot of students.
Oh, weird.
Yeah. And the students who stayed in, dude, they were the bomb students. They did really great. And all of a sudden, Logos's test scores were like really fucking high. And when state testing was done, all of a sudden their rosters were full again.
Weird.
Yeah, go figure. So continuing with this,
Okay.
Oregon needs true education freedom, where funding follows the child, not the system. Every student deserves high access to high quality education, whether in public, private, charter, or homeschool settings. Dude, if you're in a homeschool setting and your family's poor, you're fucked.
Yeah.
That's-
Also, if you believe every child is precious and every one of them deserves a good education, then you need to fucking fund it.
Yep. We must prioritize academic excellence and restore teaching of civic responsibility so the next generation is prepared not just for college careers, but for citizenship in a free society. You know what the best part about this is? So we used to teach civics in school before you and I were in school.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why it stopped. Because our students from high school and shit knew about civics and responsibility and all this shit. And they ended up protesting things like the Vietnam fucking War. And it pissed off the government. It pissed off dipshits like Dwayne here. And then all of a sudden, civics went away.
Weird.
Because they didn't want those students learning that shit no more because it was a pain in the ass. Okay. Now the fun part. This is the part that gets me.
Oh, fuck. Here it comes.
Sanctity of life. Okay. Cool. Life is an extraordinary and sacred gift from our Creator, an unalienable right that begins at conception, extends to natural death. Bullshit. Your religion's not my problem.
Horseshit.
Keep it out of the fucking government. I am firmly rooted in the belief that every human being created in the image of God and therefore possesses inherent dignity, value, and worth. I'm gonna call bullshit on that
because he hates the homeless and he hates druggies.
That's very likely the case. But I also kind of want to know what's his opinion on ICE, because those undocumented immigrants, they're created in the image of God and possess inherent dignity and value and worth. So, what are we doing to treat? How are we treating them?
These people cherry pick like nothing else.
I know. Because of this, I will unapologetically defend life at all stages. I will stand for the unborn, which is really easy because the unborn are people that have no voice. So if you're being a shitheel doing something where it's like, well, they wouldn't want this, they can't speak out against it. The unborn are a perfect mark for these assholes who want to be assholes defending somebody because they can't ever critique you. So protect the elderly, support the vulnerable, and speak for those who are too often ignored or marginalized by society.
So then fund fucking low-income housing.
Fund low-income housing. Yeah. And bleh. The measure of a just society is how it treats its most defenseless, the homeless.
Fucking A, dog.
And I will never waver in my commitment to pro-life principles. As your representative, I will fight for policies that uphold the sanctity of life for every Oregonian, because protecting life is not just a political position, it's a moral responsibility. Bullshit. It's a political fucking position.
Which you have on your fucking political website.
And here's the best part about this. A lot of this shit he's going on is a religious argument. And do you know what the Bible says about abortion?
Oh, what's that?
Not a fucking thing. Not a fucking thing at all. Anything that could be construed as being on abortion is pretty much all in the Old Testament. And you know what religion follows the Old Testament and also is like, yeah, no, it's actually okay to get an abortion during certain circumstances.
The Jewish religion.
Jewish religion.
Yep.
So this is a bullshit thing. The whole thing with the sanctity of life, it's the fucking quiverful movement bullshit. If you have lots of kids, that means you have lots of voters, and that means you can take shit over.
Yeah.
And so they don't want people to have an abortion. It's like, oh, wait, you only have like 2 or 3 kids and you don't want more, but you're also in a happy physical relationship with your spouse. Oh, well, we tell you use birth control, but we're getting rid of that shit as much as we can because we want you to pump out kids. It's also a thing, not just a factor of voting. It's a thing for the economy. If you have more people who are, in society, that means you have more workers that are cheap, because if you have a surplus of workers and not a surplus of jobs, you have cheap fucking labor.
I don't understand. Look, I think a lot of things are easy.
Yeah.
They're easy to fucking solve. It's everything out there is just too fucking easy. You want people to have more kids? Okay. Fucking increase wages. Fucking make unions a thing to protect people from getting let go, just out of the blue.
Yeah.
Protect people's livelihoods. Protect the middle class, protect the lower classes, make it easier to come up through the classes. Okay. Don't just give tax breaks to the rich and powerful
And also ban abortion.
Yeah. Because then what is the incentive to have a family if you can't provide for that kid?
Well, it was one of the funniest fucking things I had seen recently, and I wish I would have saved the video for this because it filled me with mirth. There was a conservative, and it wasn't in this state, but there's a conservative politician, and they were talking about how one of the big problems we have right now is we actually have too much, like the sex education is working too well. The reason is because most of our, like prior generations, a lot of the population growth came from things like teen pregnancy.
Oh, weird.
And you know what we're having less of?
Teen pregnancy?
Yeah. And so these guys are going, well, shit, we don't have the population growth we used to have, which means we don't have a big supply of cheap labor and all this shit. It's like, we need to stop being quite so effective with this because, it's like basically what they're endorsing is we need to encourage our teenagers in high school to knock the fuck up.
What they actually want. And again, this is my own opinion. But I think there's a lot of fucking pedophiles over there.
Also, yes.
And they want to go back, or they wish they could because they thought it was cool to be a 23-year-old getting it on with a 16-year-old.
Well, what was the, oh gosh, it was some Midwestern state. I don't think it was Idaho or Ohio, but some state, they voted to end like underage marriages, basically.
Yeah.
And it passed. So they ended that. But every single person that voted against it was a Republican.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, go figure. It's there's a lot of weird stuff intertwined with this. It's fucked up and disturbing.
They are fucked up because they'll say, oh, we need to protect the sanctity of life and everything, but then protect their pedophile friends.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. They should all be strung up.
I don't disagree.
Yeah.
Okay, next up. A commitment to conservative leadership.
Oh, God.
My commitment to you is unwavering. I will continue to bring two conservative values to Oregon state legislature. I remain focused on limited government, free market principles, and restoring accountability to how your tax dollars are spent. Oregon doesn't need more bureaucracy. It needs bold leadership. We need to unleash innovative, encourage entrepreneurship, and demand fiscal discipline so that every Oregonian has the opportunity to succeed. The path forward begins by returning to the time-tested values that built strong communities: traditional family, individual liberty, personal responsibility, and the sanctity of life. So he's repeating some previous bullshit in here to try to solidify through, rhetoric. Oh, these are conservative values. These are not just talking points. They are the foundation of a thriving society. I humbly ask for your vote so I can continue to serve you in the Oregon House of Representatives for District 3 with conviction, integrity, and clear vision for Oregon's future.
If you want to go back into the past, motherfucker, you better tax billionaires like we did back in the 1950s and 60s.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, family. Dwayne and his wife, Gina, and 4 children. Whoopty shit.
Okay, cool.
Hard work still matters. And he has a picture of a semi towing trees. Mm-hmm. Hard work isn't a slogan to me. It's how I was raised. My dad worked as a log truck driver and a mill worker, and in our house, nothing was handed to you. You earned it. This guy's a fucking real estate guy.
Oh my God.
He's a goddamn paper pusher. And I don't know exactly what he did in the National Guard, but I think, wasn't he recruitment?
Yes, I believe so.
So this guy's been a fucking paper pusher. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I started working young through 4-H and FFA, raising animals and working local farms. By 15, I was paying taxes right here in Grants Pass at the market on G Street. The military gave me the opportunity to earn a bachelor's degree in business. Every dollar I've made came from punching the clock, doing the job, and taking responsibility. Dude, that's how everybody earns their fucking money.
So, yeah.
Whoop-de-doo. It's like, you punch the clock, so does everybody fucking else.
So do I.
Except billionaires.
Except billionaires.
Yeah,
Weird.
except billionaires.
Huh.
It's like, oh my God, he served in the military. Dude, we get it. This is a core part of you. This is like to an unhealthy extent. There are plenty of people who serve in the military who are great people.
Yeah.
And there are plenty of people who serve in the military who are fucking doucheheads.
Yep.
I think Dwayne is the latter.
I think so too.
Okay. Now we have a picture of him. His military.
Oh, fuck.
We've got his military picture.
Okay.
Superimposed upon a very standard flag. Mm-hmm. Service and duty.
Good God.
This
is longer than his family thing.
I know. His family thing was just like, hey, it's my 4 children and me. It's like, didn't explain, it's like, this is why I think family's important or anything. Yeah. Just like, this is my family.
Oh,
hooray. God. Okay. I'm going to try something a little different here. It might be stupid. I might go back.
Okay.
My commitment to this. God damn it. No.
Read it.
Fuck, I was.
No.
Okay. My commitment to this country began early when I enlisted in the U.S. Navy during my junior year of high school. I have a question.
What's your question?
Was he held back? Because I think to join the Navy, you have to meet certain age requirements.
I don't know. I don't know what things were like back in the day.
Okay, that's true. They might have had lower standards. Getting back to this.
Yeah.
During my junior year of high school, that initial call to serve never faded. After the Navy, I joined the United States Marine Corps, where I served over a decade on active duty, shaped by discipline, courage, and unshakable sense of mission. Okay, what is active duty?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Because, I mean, J.D. Vance served in the Marines in what I think is active duty. He was a goddamn journalist in there, which is not a bad thing, but he blows that out of proportion a lot.
Yeah. What were you doing?
Okay. When I gained custody of my elder... Wait.
What?
Wait,
say that.
Okay. So we're done with the Marine part. Okay. We're still in duty and service.
Okay.
When I gained custody of my eldest son, why was custody an issue here?
What? Why would you even put that on there?
So, okay.
Keep reading.
When I gained custody of my eldest son, I stepped away from the Marines to take my most important role, being a full-time father. But my dedication to service didn't end there. I went on to join the Army National Guard, adding another 11 years of active duty and continuing to serve both my country and my community. Okay, so first off, apparently you didn't go to being a full-time father because that was not your most important role, because you went back while you were still a full-time father to be the National Guard.
And you had to gain custody of your kid there a divorce in there?
I don't know. I'm actually interested in that.
This is why I'm like, why would you even fucking put that in there?
Well,
why would you do that?
What I don't get is, if there's a divorce, it's a divorce.
Fine.
Hooray. Whatever.
And
that's going to be in there. And if he doesn't bring it up, people are going to bring it up.
Uh-huh.
But my thing is, this is the most weird bullshit way to bring it up.
Yeah.
Like, were you divorced? Did your first wife pass away? What the fuck happened?
And I gained custody of my kid, which I love so much that I left him to do another 11 years.
Well, I mean, National Guard, it's only like, what, 1 weekend a month?
Oh, okay.
But at the same time, that's a weekend a month.
Okay.
So if you have custody of him, that means his mother doesn't have custody of him.
Right.
So if that's happening, why are you giving away a weekend? This is weird.
This is why my advice to people running for like office and everything is just, you don't have to say anything. Just say what your ideas and stuff are, because if you start bringing up personal stuff, you might say something that people go,
the fuck?
Wait a minute. Tell me more about that.
Yeah.
And that could be a minefield.
Yeah. So, okay. We're still done with the service and duty.
Oh, my God.
Through my military career, I deployed across the globe and earned numerous awards and medals, each one a reflection of duty, sacrifice, and a deep love of country. I have carried those same values into the Oregon state legislature, where I serve with honor, integrity, and an unrelenting drive to protect the freedoms I fought for in uniform. Except, honor and integrity when it comes to voting against something and then claiming credit for it with big fucking checks.
Yeah, that's honorable.
Goddamn wanker. Okay. And then there's endorsements and stuff,
great.
and I don't care.
Cool.
So that is one of photo gallery.
Oh my God.
He's a tool.
Hey, request a yard sign.
Nope.
No, yeah, nope.
If I'm requesting a yard sign, I'm going to be putting on with black Sharpie wanker instead of yunker. Okay. Now,
let's talk about Susan.
Let's talk about Susan. Susan is the Democrat running against Dwayne. So she has an actual priorities page to her webpage.
God, fucking imagine that.
I know. And it's like she knows how to organize things. So my priorities: prepared, present, accountable. When our community isn't at the table, we get missed in budgets and forgotten in rulemaking. District 3 needs representation that's prepared, trustworthy, and stays on the work until it's truly done. I think that might be taking a jab at Dwayne a little bit. Mm-hmm. Let's see. I want to check because these have a read more. How much is read? Oh, okay. That's not terrible.
Okay.
At least that one isn't. So, first one, good jobs and workforce training. Oh, okay. So it goes there and then it doesn't continue the way I thought. So, good wages, real benefits, and pathways for younger people, and career changes. Training that matches local employers in the trades, healthcare, education, and small businesses. State programs that work the first time. I will fight for job growth that fits District 3 and brings new resources for good wages, real benefits, and pathways for young people and career changes. That includes training that matches. Okay, I just need to hit the read more because it looks like it's a little bit of a mishmash. Yeah. I'll also push for state programs that work in rural communities the first time. That means clearer requirements, faster turnaround times, and lower administrative burdens. The government must match the pace of local innovations so we don't lose time or momentum. Okay. I'm getting used to how this is organized. It threw me off a little bit. Okay, next one. Care for children, older adults, and their caregivers. I will support policies that make it easier to care for children and older adults. This care is the backbone of a working community and a functioning economy. That means expanding access to affordable childcare and preschool, including strengthening Oregon's childcare assistance so working families aren't stuck on wait lists or priced out. It also means protecting and improving home and community-based supports so seniors and people with disabilities can get reliable help at home when that's what they choose without families having to, in quotes, do it all alone. And we can't get safe, consistent care if we don't support the people doing the caring. That means better pay and benefits, stronger training and career pathways, and staffing levels that protect safety and quality so care isn't a revolving door of burnout and turnover. So
Okay.
that's also, we've got plans here, and I like this. Next up, preparedness and emergency resilience. I will push for planning to happen before a crisis hits. Basically being proactive.
Yeah.
Not after people are already hurting. That means investing in readiness for extreme heat, wildfire, smoke, flooding, winter storms, and power outages. Communities recover faster when local plans are clear, rules are defined ahead of time, and coordination across counties, cities, nonprofits, and state agencies is practiced. I will work to strengthen local emergency planning, improve communication systems, and make sure response dollars reach communities quickly and flexibly when emergencies happen. Preparedness saves lives, protects homes and livelihoods, and costs far less than rebuilding after the fact. That's all correct.
True.
Yeah. All right. Prevention, mental health, and recovery. We also have to address the root cause of addiction and homelessness. Prevention and intervention work best when services are easy to find, quick to access, and coordinated. That means expanding mental health care, addiction treatment, and recovery supports, including harm reduction strategies that keep people alive and connected to help. It means investing earlier through stable housing, behavioral health supports, and community-based prevention so fewer people fall into crisis in the first place. Weren't we saying something about that earlier?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, I'm liking this. I will focus on approaches that are proven to reduce harm, stabilize families, and help people regain their footing while respecting the realities of rural communities and local service capacity. So... and that's the large part of it.
All right.
Again, I think we might actually get more as the general election gets along.
Yeah.
This might have very well been for her, for, the primary election.
Right. Yeah.
And that's good stuff.
Yeah. And to afford all that, you need to tax the people with money.
What?
And if those fucking business owners, if those CEOs want to fucking run away to fucking Arizona or fucking Florida or anything, there's got to be some kind of a penalty. And the penalty has got to be fucking steep. Oh, you want to fucking leave? Then we're taking shit. Sorry. No, you made your billions here. I'm fucking sick of that excuse.
Yeah.
How it's just, oh, they tax too much. No, if they tax too much, you wouldn't be a fucking billionaire.
I mean, if they tax too much, they'd be dirt broke. If they tax the right amount, they wouldn't be a billionaire. They'd be a multimillionaire.
Yeah. Still, either way, like, you made your billions here. I don't want that fucking horse shit. Oh, you want to fucking leave now because you can make even more billions? No, there's got to be a penalty.
No, I agree. I very, very much agree. All right, now we're going to get into the really local stuff.
Good.
And this is not going to be nearly as much detail because a lot of this we've gone over and there's not like websites for, their specific candidacies yet. And I don't want to get into John West's because that foreskin, we'll deal with that later.
Yeah.
But for Josephine County Commissioner Position 1, we're in a race between Colleen Martin and former Commissioner Foreskin. Colleen did not outright win. If she would have received 51% of the votes, there would be no further election for position 1. I'm kind of disappointed there wasn't, but she did win by a very large margin.
Yeah.
46.46 to Foreskin's 29.34. Now, part of the thing here is I'm tickled pink that Colleen Martin is that far ahead of him.
Yeah.
It was a crowded field. That was a great freaking victory. At the same time, I'm sitting here going, how the fuck did Foreskin get almost 30% of the goddamn vote?
Well, how many votes did he receive?
That's a good question. Give me a tick because I actually have that on my computer.
I want to know. Here's what I want to know. I want to know how many votes he received here and how many votes voted no for his recall.
Okay. So I don't know the recall thing. I'm not going to look that up immediately. But for County Commissioner Position 1, Colleen Martin got 46. She got 11,180 votes.
Okay.
John West got 7,060.
Okay.
Okay. So honestly, that kind of seems like that might be in track with how many people actually voted for him during the recall to like not be recalled.
Yeah.
That seems like that number has a lot of overlap.
Yeah.
So that actually makes me feel better. It's just now we have months where West can sling mud, spin, do shit.
Yeah, and post signs and do whatever kind of horseshit he wants to do.
Yeah.
But I did think Colleen, she did have a lot of signs out there too.
She did.
I think that they definitely looked at, you know, the advertising West did and was like, well, we're at least going to match it, if not do more.
Yeah. So I'm hoping that does keep up.
Yeah.
Because again, West is a fucking tool.
Yep.
A self-serving tool. And he needs to not be in office. Now, next up, we have the county commissioner position 2. Mm-hmm. Chad Hansen won the most with 33.60% of the vote. And Mark Jones was the runner-up with 21.65%.
Okay.
Now, this is no surprise. I've mentioned this before in prior episodes. I was really hoping that Matt would pull into the next election and that Chad could take a long fuck off. But say la vie.
Well, here we are.
Yeah, here we are. Now, I have spoken with some people online through like Signal Chat and such. And one of the reasons that people are saying, okay, this is probably why Chad actually did as well as he did. Chad, it seems, has influence with some of the religious community.
Ah, yes.
And he likes to go up and I don't know if he like goes up and speaks and shit, but you know, it's like he helps run some church organizations and shit. And it sounds like it probably might have been the case that he was going to church and going, guys, vote for me.
Yeah.
You know, using the pulpit of the church to get voters.
Yeah.
And look, I'm not necessarily against that. But if you're going to be able to do that in churches, then churches need to be fucking taxed.
Yep.
So, hooray. That's I think why people are going, oh, Chad probably got, that's why. And again, it was a crowded field. And here's the other thing. Chad got 7,967 votes. He barely got 900 more than West. This was a much more spread out field.
Yes.
Next up, Mark Jones, he got 5,130. And then Matt was third. At least Matt beat out Indra, which made me tickle pink.
Hey.
But for a first time runner in politics at all, Matt got a little over 16% of the vote.
Yeah.
So if he runs again, he could still.
I think, considering what we're dealing with in this county, Matt had an admirable showing. And like you said, he did outscore Indra.
Yeah.
So there's something that we can take away from that.
Oh, indeed. Now, since Mark Jones is going to be the candidate running against Chad, Mark Jones is by no means a bad candidate. And despite Chad's popularity, Chad is a goddamn chode who should not be in office. And if he does get elected, I don't think it's likely that Chad's going to last much more than a year before he does some kind of moronic shit that's going to... And I'm not talking like a recall like, well, I didn't vote for him, I want him recalled. I'm talking like, Jesus Christ, are you fucking kidding me? He did that? He did... Fuck, that's a huge violation. We have to recall him. He did something insanely stupid. Yeah. I think Chad could very easily do that.
I think that somebody out there, maybe us, but we're busy, needs to look into what he himself said during that Q&A, where he's doing a nonprofit, but he's selling houses to his kid.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that about?
That's weird. That's
there's something weird going on there. And hey, I'm not saying that anything criminal is going on. I'm just saying, in my head, I'm thinking, wait, okay, so you're doing this nonprofit thing and you're getting this grant stuff. Okay, that's fine, cool. But then you said you're selling these houses that you don't make any money on to family.
Yeah.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, it seems shady.
Yeah, it seems shady.
So it's something, if stuff comes up about that, we will absolutely cover
We
that.
will absolutely skewer him.
And I will have fun with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, right now, the big focus we have is, especially for this local election, we need to get behind people. We need to push, we need to push people who are going to be reasonable. I'm not even saying like, no, we need to elect a pinko commie here. No, we need to elect reasonable people. Local government's supposed to be nonpartisan. I'm okay with that. And we've had these fucking maggots for the past couple of years run. And when they get in, holy fuck, it is a shit show. And John West is one of those maggots.
Yeah.
I'm pretty goddamn sure Chad Hansen is one of those maggots.
Yeah.
For county clerk, we don't have to worry about it. Rihanna Henkels pulled out 62% of the vote. There's no election county clerk. She's got it.
Good.
Legal counsel, I don't think Wally Hicks is a maggot. I just wanted to bring it up. Wally Hicks is, there was nobody running against him.
Yeah.
He's still a county legal counsel.
Whatever.
Now,
I have issues. We know.
Yeah.
We know.
Now, the last one on here that's of interest to me is the county treasurer, because that one's going to go to an election.
Okay.
The current incumbent is, I believe, Dustin Calvo. I don't think he's doing a bad job. I hope he, is able to stay in there. Simon Hare. Yeah, no, the guy who, got arrested because he was driving drunk back from the strip club in Eugene.
Yeah. That's the guy that you want handling the county's money?
Fuck no. Yeah. Fuck no. He's running. We need to make sure he's not in there.
Yeah.
He still owes the county $25,000 for a contract he didn't fucking fulfill.
Yep.
So this is what we're going for our next big election push. We're probably going to have a decent amount of coverage of this as we get to November.
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Yay, midterms.
I can't wait.
It's going to be great. Mr. Morgan, as we close out, is there anything else that you want to touch on with this episode?
God. I just want to shout out to Matt. Thought he ran a great campaign. Hey, it is what it is. It's Josephine County. We knew it was going to be an uphill battle, but I was thrilled to see that he did beat out Indra. So it wasn't like, all the, right wing maggots, won first, second, third, and fourth. It was like, no,
There's a spread.
There was a spread.
Yeah.
I think he did a good job. I want to thank him for coming on the show and making himself available and doing all that. I totally think that Rhiannon's election was just a witch hunt going after her, and I'm glad that people were like, no.
Yeah, but because she literally followed the regulation she was supposed to follow.
Law.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm glad that she won outright. And, I'm glad that it seemed that a lot of the more reasonable people won out. What you brought up, we need to support these people. And it's like, yeah, we do. These are people that I still don't agree with, but these are people that can have a conversation with us, I believe.
Now, these are people who, even if we don't agree with them, we can still come to a middle ground. We can have civil discussion.
We can have
them.
civil discussion. It's the other fucks like Wes that it's no, fuck off.
Yeah.
So I'm glad that it seems that the more reasonable people won out. I wish that we didn't have to vote again for them, but here we go, because that's just the way it works. But I do have hope. I have hope for the midterms on a national, state, and local level. But, we'll see what happens.
All right. Well, Mr. Morgan, let's see what we got here. Yeah, that's pretty much wraps it up, actually. I don't have anything else to go for with this. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to this podcast. If you have any suggestions or ideas, please be sure to email them to maltliquorsocialists at Gmail.
We have a Patreon now. If you would like to support the show, everything is still This episode, everything that we do here is going to still be absolutely free. We're not saying you have to. If you would like to, support us in any way you can. Like and subscribe, all that good stuff. Yep. So, yeah.
You can also check us out on Facebook and on YouTube.
I know who you are. I know who a lot of these people are. They don't even know me. I'd be embarrassed if I were you. The misinformation machine is rapid. It puzzles me